to live on one income. We are also doing a $100 giveaway for glassesusa.com today. So a little way through the show, I'm going to tell you how you can sign up for that, because that's a pretty good deal. You can get almost 2 pairs of glasses for that. Full pairs of glasses. So while I'm waiting for Mike to get on here, I was just going to tell you, I had several people ask about my soap that I was advertising on Monday. Ta-da! Can you see all my soap samples? So I'm putting these soap samples in a flat rate priority for 20 bucks. I have a bunch of soap samples. I'm getting my soaps cleared out in case I decide to do Christmas soap. I need to have room to put it. Mike's yelling at me.
What?
Okay.
What am I yelling at you about?
That I have too much soap. He's not really yelling at me. Actually, he likes using my soap. Smell it. Doesn't it smell divine? This is my favorite. So if you want this, email me at editor@livingonadime.com. Just editor at livingonadime.com. And Big Bear Homestead did a review on my soap today. So go to Big Bear Homestead and check out his review. He did my beer soap, but my beard, not beer, beard soap. Which is very similar to this. I just added a few more oils and he loved it, so I was happy about that. He was my first one to try it. So anyway, if you want my $20 special, I have about 5 of these left. I found some extra bars that I didn't know that I had, so you can grab that. Okay, now, hello everyone.
It appears that we're on, but on my review, or when I'm watching it, we're kind of freezing on Facebook. Hey Facebook, is everybody okay there? Are you guys getting the video fine?
Give us a thumbs up if you can see us okay. We can't tell if it's our feed or if it's Facebook. Let's see. Can you hear me now? 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 Let's see. Okay, so hello Karen and Aaron in Michigan. And
it looks like we're not freezing. Everyone says they can see us just fine. Excellent. Great.
Tanya, hello. And hello Mother. I see you.
Carlene, Kathy.
And Kathy. Hello Kathy.
Christy, Tanya,
oh, yay,
Angie.
Good. And once again, just a reminder that when you guys comment and give us thumbs ups and hearts and all kinds of things, that lets Facebook know that you like us and it shows it to more people, and that really helps us out. So please give us those thumbs up and we are happy to have them. We appreciate it. So today we're talking about...
Wow, thanks a lot, guys.
Yes, that's a lot. Today we're talking about 5 tips to live on one income. And honestly, I have no idea what the 5 tips are because I forgot to print my notes. So we'll see if we can go through this. So
they're right here.
Oh, see, Mike's, you got it together, man.
Yep.
And by the way, if you're just joining us, we are doing a giveaway, a $100 giveaway, and I'm going to tell you how to do that. Yeah, for glassesusa.com. So if you need glasses or want glasses, we did a review on YouTube, and we're going to tell you how you can win that in just a little bit. So, first of all, can you afford to be working? You need to sit down, both you and your husband, and decide if this is something that is really beneficial to you. So I took the numbers from a real mom. Do you really want to know how much she made an hour after everything's said and done?
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
I almost cried.
Wasn't you?
It wasn't me.
Why
but
are you crying then?
Because I felt bad for her.
I'm just joking. Oh, you have empathy.
All that, yes.
Cool.
All that hard work, and she's making 75 cents an hour.
Oh.
Seriously. So I'm going to tell you, I took a real person. These are real numbers that have been used. We are in Colorado, so some things like daycare may be higher here than other places, but these are real numbers, okay? So she made $20 an hour, so $41,000 a year. After taxes, because both her and her husband work, so it bumps it up into a next tax bracket, it's $31,000 after taxes. After daycare, which is $200 a week, $10,000 a year, she's down to $21,000. Then her car was $6,000 a year. Gas, and actually I only did half the amount of gas she does because she drove an extra long distance to work. She drove 40 miles and I only did 20 miles. Her gas for her car was $1,800 a year. I'm estimating it was $1,875. They ate out 3 times a week, $40 a pop, which was actually on the low end. A lot of times it was $50 to $60 a pop. Let's see, eating out for dinner was $6,000. Eating out for lunch every day at, I can't remember if I think if it was $7 or $10, but it was $2,400. She got coffee every morning on the way to work, $1,900. Gifts for friends at work, $300. And clothes for work, that includes dry cleaning, pantyhose, that kind of thing, $1,200. In the end, she made 75 cents an hour.
Was she upset about that?
I didn't tell her.
You didn't tell her?
No.
So she's still doing that?
Well, yeah.
Now, a real friend would have told her.
Well, she thinks she's making a lot of money. So, seriously, you need to make sure working is actually paying for you to work and paying for your time. For that 75 cents an hour, I can go to yard sales and thrift stores and cook at home, and I can make up that 100 times. Easy. I am worth way more to our family staying home than I ever could be working. And I know I don't have a college degree, and I am chronically ill, so I can't work even if I wanted to. But, and by the way, just in case you guys are wondering, I am on some new supplements and I am feeling a whole lot better. I mean, I have gone from mostly dead to semi-alive, so that's why I'm able to do some of this now.
You're no longer mostly dead.
Yes.
Good.
But you really need to sit and figure these things out, because for us, even if I was able to work, I would be worth a whole lot more staying at home, shopping thrift stores and yard sales and cooking dinner and that kind of thing and watching the kids than it would for me to work. So really, 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 guys, I cannot emphasize this enough. I use this for examples, but I can think of 6 people off the top of my head just like that, just that I know in my immediate circle of friends and neighbors that have all these same statistics, except they have school loans on top of this, which add another $50 a month. So in reality, they're probably making a quarter an hour after they pay all their school loans. It's absolutely insane. So anyway, Shirley says, yeah, it's cheaper to stay home, especially if you have kids. Yes, I think it's so sad when people say we can't afford to stay home. You can, you're just not choosing to. And you need to stop saying that and stop making excuses and sit and figure it out, because really you probably can. It's very few people can't afford to stay home. I mean, they really can. It's just your own spending that's causing the problem. And are the flames being thrown at me yet?
I don't see any flames so far.
Oh, phew. Okay, I made it this far. No, not really. So, and even when my mom, and we're working on her stories on YouTube right now, she raised 2 teenagers on $500 a month. And before we got sick, that was the $500 disability. But before we got sick, she had 2 teenagers, and $500 a month went to pay off debt that my dad had left her with.
Lots of hearts. And
thank you guys. And the other half we lived on. So we lived on $500 a month. But she was there for us the whole time. She had 3 separate jobs, but they were jobs that she was able to do home or work around us being in school. And so you really need to take a look at your circumstances and see. So tip number 1.
Actually, before you say it, some of these people are saying, like, Kay says daycare in Massachusetts is $285 a week.
Holy cow!
And there were a lot of people saying that they did the math and found out for themselves that it was not worth it for them to work. And I guess it depends. You know, if you're making $500,000 a year, that might be different. But
yeah, but I'm talking normal people.
Regular people.
I mean, you know, I don't know what you call normal, but for me, normal is between $40,000 and probably $65,000 a year. But
April says, tell her to make her own coffee. Oh, and Curleen wants to know what your new supplements are.
I'm going to do a video on my new supplements, but I'm not going to do it until I have been feeling consistently better for at least 2 months. So I'm sorry to hold on. I had a genetic test done. I will tell you about that, and we're working with that. So anyway, let's see. Any other
Just a lot of
questions?
people saying that
Okay.
they did the math for themselves and...
That's the key. You have to sit down and add everything up. You do not realize that $5 that you give to the pot to help with so-and-so's birthday or so-and-so's retirement adds up. You
a lot of people don't count their gas and their clothes and all that other stuff that goes with that.
Yeah, exactly. So let's see. What was my first tip, Mike? Because you were Mr. Note Man there. Okay, so the first tip is eating out.
I forgot who it was. Michelle just said she was taking her daughter out. I'm sure it's a special occasion, but I thought it was hilarious she would mention that when we were talking about it.
So eating out is a biggie, and I know we keep harping on it, but there is a reason, because everyone does it and they spend a boatload of money on it. Mm-hmm. We had some readers one time after they read our Are You Eating Yourself Into Debt? Oh, can you look that up and get a link for that? I forgot.
For what is it?
Are You Eating Your Way Into Debt?
Oh, okay.
Mike's going to put a link on there because we had some readers read that. And she said, my husband and I didn't really believe we were eating out that much. So we took a year.
Oh, yeah.
And we just put all our receipts in an envelope. Every time we ate out, we just put them in an envelope. At the end of the year, you guys are going to hold on to your seats. Okay? If you have a heart condition, you may need to take your nitroglycerin first.
Is this the one?
Yes.
Okay.
$22,000 in 1 year they spent eating out. $22,000. That was her entire income.
Yep.
Let that sink in, guys. Seriously. I know we keep harping about this, but you do not understand how much $8 a pop. My daughter works at a coffee shop now. She said there are people that come in every single day, every day, and buy a coffee for $8. I didn't add it up. Let's see. $8 times 20 times 12. That's not right. $8 times 20 days times 12 months. $1,900 just for coffee a year. And actually, that's going to cost you almost $1,500 because you have to pay taxes on that money that you're spending.
Yeah.
And you have to add that up. So eating out...
Taxes really take a lot off, especially if you work really hard and make a ton of money.
Yeah.
Because the taxes incrementally get higher percentages.
Yeah, and then when you're working two incomes, you bump yourself up to that next tax bracket. Well, if you can stay in the lower tax bracket, it helps. So I know I'm plugging it, but I have not had one person tell me that this has not been worth the $21.95 that they bought it. Everyone has told me the first time they go to the grocery store, it has paid for itself. So get a good basic cookbook. Dining on a Dime is mashed potatoes. It's how to cook a roast, how to roast a chicken, how to make homemade taco seasoning.
And if you don't go out once, you paid for it.
If you don't go out once, you have paid for it. Even how to make specialty coffees are in here. They're all in here. And so don't shortchange yourself on eating out. Seriously, it is not worth it. Now, on Dining on Dime, these are on back order. October 1st, they'll be mailed. So if you order them now, they will be shipped on October 1st. But you do get a free Menus on a Dime if you order. So I mean, I know I'm putting a plug in there for the book, but seriously, guys, it really does help. That's why we wrote the book, because I did not learn to cook growing up. It was not Mom's fault. I just didn't want to learn. When we got married, I realized we cannot be eating out every night. It is not going to work on $6 an hour, period. And so that's why I wrote the book, because I realized, wait a minute, mashed potatoes are pretty easy. Roast is pretty easy. I can make a darn tootin' good roast. As a matter of fact, everyone who's eaten my roast say it's the best roast ever. Would you agree?
Absolutely.
See? Didn't even hesitate. Not
See
even
how much frozen. I learned how that works.
a moment of hesitation.
Yes.
Am I the most beautiful woman in the world?
Yes, you are.
See? Not even hesitation.
I don't know if you want to answer any questions yet, but a couple of women like Teresa have said that they're single moms.
Okay, so this is mostly for 2-income parents is what we're talking about. But we are going to be giving tips on how my mom raised 2 teenagers on $500 a month. And those are coming next week. We're going to start talking about those more. So we're going to be specifically for single moms, dads soon, and how she did that. Because she was a single parent with 2 kids. She raised 2 kids for 10 years by herself. And so...
But some of these same tips will...
Yeah.
You won't be able to stop working if you're a single mom, but you might be able to get a lot more flexibility in your budget.
But, you know, single moms... Okay, I don't know how to be delicate about this, but don't use that as an excuse. I understand it's not ideal situation. I understand this may not be your fault. I totally get that. But don't use that as an excuse to not better yourself. Get something. We have quick and easy menus on a dime. All these menus, and this is half price until the print version is gone. So I don't know how many, we have a couple hundred copies left, but get yourself good recipe. Go online. You don't have to buy our book. You can go online and type in quick, easy recipes. We have a ton on our website at livingonadime.com. Put them in the crock pot and cook before. Because I know there are a lot of single moms that play the single mom game and they pull those cards out. Oh, I'm a single mom. I'm so tired. I have to go out to eat. And even if they're stopping at McDonald's, they're getting each of the kids their own drink.
Ooh.
Their own large fries, and we're talking, you know, little kids. If you have a 17-year-old, fine, get them a large fries, but get them water. They don't need water. And even if you can only eat at McDonald's every night because you're just so worn out, which is fine, only order off the dollar menu. Get a hamburger and get some water, and then come home and let them eat an apple or let them eat some toast or something like that later, some oranges, you can open up some applesauce, something like that. But there are ways around it that you can do without eating out. Let's see, what was our next tip? Where's our tips? Oh,
cars.
Okay, so the second one is new cars. And I know, we harp on this too. We just did a YouTube video on Saturday on how we bought our used cars. But guys, you don't need a new car. That's $500 a month just for your car payment. It's ridiculous. Get a $1,200 clunker, get a $3,000 clunker. It is still way cheaper if your car breaks down to take a cab to work while it's being repaired than it is to pay those expensive payments. It is not worth it, period. End of story. Do not lease a car. It is not worth it. It's just a waste of money. And if you have the money to pay cash for a car brand new and you want to do that, by all means go for it. I still do not think it's a good idea because cars depreciate as soon as you drive them off the lot. To me, that's absolutely ridiculous. It's like throwing money down the toilet. But
I have to say, today, so we bought a car for $3,000. That was a nice Toyota Camry the other day. And today I was driving the boys to school, and my youngest said, "Dad, are all new cars as nice as this?" And I was thinking, well, it's not really new.
And ours is a 2000, a year 2000.
But the thing is, I got to do the math, and the lady that had it before, she only put 6,000 miles a year on it. So
Wow.
anyway, but I told him, well, it's not really new, but yeah, they're pretty much like this, only they smell differently. When they're brand new, they have a different smell. But we can go to O'Reilly and get a can of that stuff, and we saved ourselves $40,000.
Yeah, get a can of new car smell and spritz it in your car, and you're done. So seriously, next one. New cars are not worth it. They're a waste of money. Period. It's not worth working to do that. Number 3. You want to tell them what it is?
Buy used.
Always, as much as you can.
Not just cars, everything.
Everything.
Most things that Americans buy, actually probably most things that most first world people buy, they buy and then they get rid of them before they're used. Mm-hmm. And most of what we buy used is almost new, but for 10% of the cost.
Yeah. I mean, it's, yes, we are, let me interrupt. We got a comment. Yes, we are doing a $100 giveaway to glassesusa.com in just a little bit. So I'm going to tell you about that if you're just now joining us. We buy probably, I don't think it's an exaggeration at all to say we buy probably, excluding food, of course, 98% of our stuff used.
Pretty much.
Seriously. I buy new toothpaste. I buy new toilet paper.
New underwear.
I buy new underwear. Well, not for the little kids, but for everybody about 10 and older, I do. New socks. Because I buy all the same socks. Each person has their own kind of socks, so we can sort them easier, and I only do that. And everything else we buy used. We buy used furniture, everything. We did just this year buy a new bed and a new couch, but that's the first in 20, I bought 2 beds and 2 couches in 20 years. And actually that was a mistake. I hated both of them. And I wish I wouldn't have bought them new. But probably of the 6 or 8 beds that we've had, they've all been used except for those 2. And everything else is buy used. Go to the thrift stores, go to yard sales, ask for hand-me-downs from friends and family. Tell friends and family that you're looking for something. If I need something.
And on the hand-me-downs, you don't have to say, oh, can we please have some clothes? You just say, hey, if you guys are getting rid of something. Because we found so many people, they want to get rid of it, but they don't want to have to drive to the thrift store. And so they'd be more than happy to have you take it off their hands if they're done with it.
Like my neighbor, her kid was a size bigger than mine. So whenever her kid was done, she'd hand him down to me. And I hand him down to the next neighbor or my niece or my nephew. And so ask people, when we move, I sell all our furniture. I sell everything. I mean, I get rid of the couch. I get rid of all the beds, except for maybe Mike and I's, but I get rid of all the kids' beds, all the dressers. I get rid of all the furniture.
When we move.
Oh. Yeah, and what I do is I ask friends and family, or I ask people in the area that we move to, or I go to garage sales or thrift stores, and I say, I am looking for a new dresser. If you happen to have one, please let me know. And if it's not the color that I want, then I will paint it or I'll restain it or something. So buy used for everything that you can. And even kids' shoes. Until the kids are teenagers, when they're about 13, I start buying new shoes for them a little bit now and then because it's harder to find because I have boys with really big feet. My kids, their feet just I don't know what happens when they turn 13 and 14, but it's like they go from a size 9 to a size 13 overnight. But, it's harder to find shoes then, but I buy used shoes all the time for the kids. I don't buy new ones really that much.
But I don't think I heard you say this. Of course, I had one ear on the comments, but when we first moved into our neighborhood here in Colorado, 5 years ago, and she was talking about selling all that other stuff. We moved an entire family at the time of 6 people in one moving truck. Yeah. And everyone else that came to the neighborhood, it seemed like they had at least 2 moving trucks, or maybe they'd bring a semi truck.
There was I about died. So I look out the door at the new neighbors. I'm like, it's a husband and wife. Okay. Go over me and everything, and they come. I'm not kidding. A full semi load. an entire semi-load packed for 2 people. I about died. I couldn't believe it. I could not. And then when they sold their house and moved, I got a bunch of their leftovers. Because they got rid of a bunch of shelves and all kind of stuff that I could use. So I took those and used them. Let's see.
Okay, so next
Number, what are we on?
I think 4?
4?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This is, it can be good and it can be bad. It depends on your mood that day.
You're keeping them in suspense.
Do it yourself. Oh, that was kind of anticlimactic. Do it yourself. Is that better?
Sure. Like what?
So, like everything. We put in our backyard ourselves. We have built bedrooms from the ground up ourselves with framing and drywall. My brother completely tore out all the walls in his house and redid his house. We do all of our electrical. Mike learned how to do electrical.
I love electrical things.
No offense, take this nicely. He knew nothing when we got married about fixing anything.
Nope.
Nothing. His dad was...
I learned by homesteading.
Yeah.
Accidental homesteading.
His parents taught him nothing. And so he learned just by doing it and having to do it. And even things that he hates to do, like fixing the car, he would do it when he had to. You know, I mean, there were times we just did not have the money to pay someone. We didn't have YouTube for the first, 5 or 10 years of our marriage. Yeah, probably 5 to 10 years. And now you can learn how to do anything.
Well, and actually, Tara was talking about putting in the yard and construction and major things like that. But the reality is most people spend a lot of money on the really little things. Like we had a sprinkler. We had sprinklers at one of our houses and the grass was all dying. And I had never done anything with a sprinkler system before. And one of the sprinklers wasn't working anymore. And so I put it off for a long time because I was thinking, I don't want to pay somebody $300 to come out here and put a new sprinkler in. And then I happened to just look on Amazon and I found the sprinkler for not $20, or maybe it was a little under $20. So I ordered it, and all I had to do was go dig a little hole in the ground and unscrew the one that was on there and screw the new one on it and put the dirt back in the hole. That wasn't worth the extra $280 to have somebody else do it. And so most projects are that simple.
Yeah.
That people pay a lot of money for.
I mean, we have neighbors, they pay people to mow their yard, and their yard is like a postage stamp. I mean, we're talking tiny. There is absolutely nothing to your yard. They pay $200 a month for someone to mow. I mean, it can't be Lori's yard. How big do you think Lori's yard was? 300 square feet, maybe?
Her backyard?
Back and front together.
It was probably more like 1,000.
No, there's no way it's that big.
Okay.
She didn't have that much grass. It was all rock along the back.
I guess I don't remember it very well.
Oh. Well, I think it was about 300 or 400 square feet. It wasn't hardly anything at all. And, well, our front yard times 2.
Oh, our front yard's probably 300 square feet.
Yeah. So, I mean, probably 3 to 500 square feet. Nothing at all. I mean, literally take 10 minutes to mow all of it. But they paid someone $200 a month to mow it. It's crazy. So.
Well, and they were really talking about not having any money and their incomes weren't that high and they borrowed a lot for a lot of things. So spending that much money on having somebody mow it is just out of the question.
And Sharon said something about it's hard finding clothes that fit though. Okay, so this is kind of back to going used, but I want to address that and I didn't want to go by. Here's the deal. So Mom has a thrift store in Wichita that does not allow you to try clothes on. But the clothes are like shirts are like $1 or $2. They're really expensive. We have a thrift store here in Colorado that allows you to try the clothes on, but the shirts are $3 to $4 and the jeans are $3 to $5. But you can try them on. Try to find a thrift store that can let you try them on. Secondly, find brands that you know fit and look specifically for those. The brand and the size that you know will fit you for sure, and specifically buy those. And third, if you buy 10 pairs of jeans for $2 each, you will surely get at least 2 pairs out of those that you will work. And that's still cheaper than buying 1 pair of jeans for $20. You still get 2 for $10 instead of 1 for $20.
But it almost always works out where the majority of them they fit okay.
I have never had more than a couple of pairs. And seriously, there was a time where we couldn't do it, and I would have to go and buy. We didn't have a thrift store, and we lived 60 miles from town. And I would buy like the kids' clothes or Mike's shirts. They wouldn't fit, but I would buy 20 items, and out of that 20 items, maybe 5 didn't work. Well, it's still a huge savings.
Well, another thing is that if we have to buy it new for $20, it's like the cheap brand.
Yeah.
But a lot of times we buy things used for how much? Like that polo shirt. Do you remember how much that was?
It was like $2.
$2 for a polo shirt.
For polo brand.
As opposed to what, $20 for an off-brand Walmart shirt?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was actually a better shirt and lasted longer than if we had bought a new one.
Yeah. And Sharon says she needs super long pants. Okay, I totally understand that. In that case, when I had that with my son, I bought him 2 pairs of brand new pants. That was all he got, period. He wore one, we washed the other one. Wore one, washed the other one. That's what we did because we just didn't have the money to spend more. So if that's the case, make do with what you can, and then keep your eye out looking. And if you can only afford 1 pair of pants, wash it in the evening after school. They go to bed, and then keep your eye out at yard sales and thrift stores for another pair. Those are the tips. It's not always comfortable, but it's doable, and that's the whole point. So going back to the DIY and doing it all yourself, really.
Janet says, I've never mowed a lawn in my entire life. My husband always does it, but for $200 a month to mow a tiny yard, I'd learn how.
Yeah, exactly. I know, exactly. It's worth it.
Well, most of the DIY stuff really is not hard. I mean, it's unpleasant, in my opinion, to work on cars, and I did it when I needed to, but I don't do cars now. But our son does. Mm-hmm. But most household things are pretty easy, a lot easier than you would think.
We've fixed dishwashers, we've fixed refrigerators, we've fixed washers, we've fixed dryers.
Sinks.
We put in entire yards. We have drywalled, we have framed. We have not put in carpet, but we have changed fixtures on all the lights. We have changed fixtures on all the sinks. Painted everything, caulked everything, changed windows, put in windows, replaced toilets. Oh, man. Poor Mike and his toilets.
That I
He's
found
done
is
a ton
the
of
DIY
toilets.
on the internal guts of the toilet that make it flush. I don't seem to be very effective at that part. And in the past, we've ended up replacing toilets occasionally because it was going to be cheaper than having a plumber come out and fix the inside guts.
Yeah, exactly.
Because changing it isn't really hard at all.
Yeah. And we learned all of that from YouTube.
Well, actually, a lot of that we learned just from doing it because there was no YouTube.
Before that, we had books that I would find at thrift stores and stuff. So.
And you can ask the person at like Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever. A lot of times they can tell you. Yeah, and books and things and asking other people. And when we were in Idaho, living in a really remote area, we could not get anyone to come out there. Yeah. And that's partly what started me learning. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was part of it. What was my last tip? Because I can't remember.
Add up your expenses. You already kind of said that.
Oh, I guess my last tip was my first tip. Okay, so start posting your questions because I'm going to answer them. So I got my tips out of order. Sorry. But yeah, add up everything and be done.
So a number of people had asked about how to make a little extra money if you're staying at home.
Okay, I hate it when people ask me that question because
there
are some good things and there aren't some good things. So if you want to do a blog, Mike has a thing on our website. You can get the link. Mike will put it on there. This is an affiliate link for a hosting program that we use because it's inexpensive to do.
The affiliate link or directly to my blog?
Directly, yeah.
Because mine's not an affiliate link.
Mike has started a series on how to start a blog. And so he's putting that in there. We do get a small commission if you order from that. You don't have to, but it gives you the basics. But the thing is...
Deborah says I made my bed today.
Yay, Deborah, good job making your bed. I'm telling you, if you make your bed every day, it's the number one thing. Fly Lady says it's the sink. I say it's your bed. If you don't make your bed, your life just does not go right all day long. But you can start a blog, and that's good. But do understand it's going to take 3 to 6 months to get going. Now, you can make a lot of money blogging. We have not yet, but actually we're on our way up. Since we've been doing the live shows, we've kind of figured out some things. You can make a lot. You can pet sit. Kathy said that she does pet sitting. That's a very good thing. You can babysit. I hate babysitting other kids' kids. I did it as a teenager and I loved it. But now that I have my own kids, I don't want to be messing with anybody else's kids. But if you like babysitting or you just really need the money, I kid you not, I could put out that I babysit and I could have 20 kids standing at my front door tomorrow morning because babysitters are just that hard to find.
And here they're frightfully expensive.
Here they're ridiculously.
It's like $15 or $16 an hour or something like
it's ridiculous. It's like, well, no, I think it's like $20 an hour, I think now.
Heather says clean houses.
Yes, Heather, that's a great idea. You can clean houses. If you're good at schoolwork, you could tutor. Or if you play piano or play flute or whatever, you could give lessons. You can do surveys online. I don't know of any right now. I can look some up and do a blog on that, but I don't know for sure. You can do swag. You can do swag bucks. I don't know. Can you get into my swag bucks thing?
Where is it?
Go to swagbooks.com. We'll see if Mike can get you a link in there for it. You can.
Because Jessica said she does swag bucks.
Yeah. Let me put. Let's see. Log in there. You can also do things. Yeah, I'll try that.
Your mom does ironing and
my mom does
cookies.
Ironing. She's cooked. She's done. I thought that was the password.
No, just go ahead. Keep talking.
She has done cooking meals for people. She has. Let's see what else. Well, she's made piano parts. Okay, let's see. Yep, right there. Michael is going to put in a link, and this is an affiliate link. But please use this. It helps us out to Swagbucks. And what Swagbucks is you go in and you do surveys, or if you purchase something from a store, you get Swagbucks. You get credit. And when you get so many credits, then you can earn gift cards. And we've earned gift cards to the tune of $50 to $100 a month before. I mean, you can get quite a bit. And it's a really good way. You can watch videos and get some. I mean, it's really, really a good way to get some extra bonus Walmart money, Amazon money, that kind of thing. So, yeah, that's good. Let's see. Other stay-at-home things that I'm trying to think of real quick. You could do bookkeeping if you're good at bookkeeping. You could be a virtual assistant. Look into that. There's people like us that are desperate for virtual assistants. And honestly, we have tried to hire people, and we just can't hire reliable people. If you're reliable, you say what you're going to do, and you get it done on time, you will be in demand.
A lot of bloggers, what VAs do, virtual assistants, is they proofread, they read and write
answer
emails, and all kinds of office tasks.
Yeah.
And
you do it at home on your computer.
And if you have the time to do it, it's not easy to get reliable people. Mm-hmm. So you could really do well with that.
And our biggest problem is, I'll tell you, I don't want to sound rude, but stay-at-home moms. I hate hiring stay-at-home moms because the kids are their priority. They don't get their work done. And I totally understand it's your kids, but I also have a business to run. And when I need things done, I need them done.
So you have to be able to compartmentalize your time.
Yeah. So
if you're going to do that successfully.
If you're good at that and you can do that, that's great. We have not had the best of luck, though, finding people to help us.
So actually, it's funny because there's some ways that you can kind of be creative using your own skills.
Oh, Deborah
says,
yeah.
I sang at funerals for a funeral home, taught sign language to homeschool kids, and sang at weddings. That's
Those
great.
Are great ideas. Yeah.
And your mom was mentioning about how back when we were living in Idaho, you sold chives to a restaurant.
I grew herbs and I sold them to a restaurant. And I also, when I was first sick, I got sick when I was 16. Went into kind of a remission, and then when I was 19, I got sick again really bad. And one of the ways I kept my sanity was I had a huge garden. I lived in the country in the middle of nowhere. And I planted this huge garden. I mean, it was probably a 1/4 acre. And for a single 19-year-old, that's a lot of vegetables. So what I did was I traded them to the local restaurant for meals because I was so sick. I didn't feel like cooking. Nothing sounded good to me. I was nauseated all the time. Nothing sounded good to me. But I could go in there and I could get my steak and my baked potato, and it was great. And I traded it. So you could trade or sell things like that to restaurants or even to people in your neighborhood or friends or family. So
Christina's asking, what site would I use to find a VA job? I think
well,
in our situation, there's just people that contacting people directly. Should we?
Yeah, I'll have to look that one up, guys, and maybe I'll do a video on that for you. I am not sure. Let's see. What else?
Oh, one lady was saying she does eBay, so I'm not sure what that
Yeah,
does.
that's another one.
Okay,
any other questions?
Triage says the airliners are always in need of people to book flights. It's something you can do from home. Paid training and benefits at the start. Okay, let's see. Dog or house sitting?
Dog house sitting, watering plants. I water plants for my neighbors and friends, and I could charge them a good little sum. I trade with them, though. They water for me and I water for them, but you could do that.
Ains Cloud says, I went to university debt-free thanks to dog grooming.
Oh, yeah, dog grooming would be another good one.
Anita grew and sold strawberries to a local bakery. Loved the free goodies she got in return.
Yeah.
So there's all kinds of stuff.
Looks like we need to do a show on work at home, on how to make more money working at home.
The truth is, if you have any kind of special skill, I mean, our son knows how to do computer things and
how to fix drones.
How to fix a lot of things like that. And if you have any technical knowledge, people will pay for that. And, he was just going to go through and do real basic stuff. So.
Oh, I thought we were frozen, but never mind.
Oh,
sorry.
No.
Let's see. Any other questions?
So go back
Where
to
are
Facebook.
we? Becky says, my husband and I had to go down from one income, but we are actually doing better. Oops, it's going too fast.
Sorry.
We are actually doing better now than when we both had both incomes coming in. The biggest thing is having a budget and sticking to it. Yeah. I mean, seriously, I know a lot of people who financially have actually been way better when this mom came home to stay home instead of working, and even stay-at-home wives. It doesn't always necessarily pay if you're just a stay-at-home wife with no kids, because by the time you eat out and the extra car and all that kind of stuff. So
we had somebody who's upset because she's a stay-at-home mom and works at home. And Tara's not saying that all stay-at-home moms are not good.
I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is all the people that we've had were moms.
If you think you're going to be able to have the baby on your lap while you're working,
it's not going to happen.
It's not going to work.
You can't. I have been doing this for 18 years. You cannot have a baby on your lap and be getting emails done. It just doesn't work.
If you can do it like when the baby's sleeping, during naps in the evening, no problem. But our experience is that a lot of the people we've hired to do it
get in over their head.
We'll wait until they only have 4 hours of sleep in the night and try to cram it all into 30 minutes just before bedtime after having a really exhausting day with all the kids. And then the work just isn't.
Yeah. And if you're able to do that, that's great. I just haven't found you yet. And so I commend
we weren't
you if you
specifically
can
talking
do
about
that.
Anyone out there.
Yeah.
Just
But
saying,
in our experience, that's what we noticed. So anyway, so was it Beth, I think? I scrolled through too fast. Or no, let's see. Beth says she cooks meals for single moms. That's a great idea. You could do that for easier.
And you'd make money and it's cheaper for them.
Yeah, you just double up on your meals for your family and put it in a tray for them, and that's a great idea. Let's see.
Hi.
Oh, wow, we just don't have many questions, do we?
Well, there were others earlier on, and I hope we answered them all because a lot of them scrolled far past where we can see them anymore, but I think that was the majority.
If anybody else has any questions, put them on there. Okay, so our giveaway. So I'm giving you our giveaway. It's a $100 gift card to glassesusa.com. And I did a review on YouTube today with them. And we are really super happy with the glasses that we got from them. We really like them. They really worked out well. We got 4 pairs of glasses. And I did a review on YouTube. So Mike's going to put the video on Facebook, which you didn't know about. Oops.
Wait, what? Oh.
In a little bit later for you to watch it on Facebook. But go over to YouTube and check out my glassesusa.com review. And they have offered to give one of our viewers $100 credit to glassesusa.com. We have a fly that's trying to attack us. And so if you go over to that video on our YouTube channel and comment, I don't care what you comment. You can say, hey, Tara, I just want to win. But, you know, if you've had a good experience buying online or bad or whatever, I have had...
Why you would want to buy something like that online.
And they're great. We love them because... Do you have the link for them in there to put on Facebook? Because they have a 14-day no-risk guaranteed. They will even pay the shipping back for your glasses, which is great. I love that. The company that I've been using for 10 years doesn't do that. And I love them just for that, because I can get the glasses, and if I don't like them, if they don't even like the color, I can send them back, and I just love that. So put in there a comment. I don't care what you comment, but we're going to pick from the comments on Saturday. I'm looking at my calendar, the August 22nd. No, 27th. And that's how you enter to get a $100 credit. And they have a lot of glasses for like $48 for the whole thing. So you can get 2 pairs of glasses and pay $10 or so.
Got a couple questions. Leona asked, did Dave get his glasses from there too? She remembers him being excited about his new glasses, but she didn't see them.
So Leona, he did not get his glasses from there, but I am going to do a review on that company also, because that's the company I've been using for 10 years. And probably in the next week or two, I'm going to do a review on those. But Glasses USA really, I really like them, because just for their return policy alone, that just, to me, they are legit, and to me, that's worth the try. I mean, my goodness, for my glasses, I have really bad eyesight, and I would have Coke bottles this big, and I have to get special lenses and everything, and it saves me about $350 to $400 by going that way. So
Karen's asking, how do you determine what frames look good on you?
So Karen, glassesusa.com has this great feature where you take your picture and you can upload it in there, and then it will show all the glasses. It'll put your face up there and show all the glasses. So you can just scroll through, and your face with the glasses are already on there, and you can just scroll through and just see which ones you like. And really, it's been true to life for us. I've had 5 people. We have 5 people in glasses in our family. And we put their picture on there, and it just scrolls through, and it works great. So, yeah, we've had really good luck.
Cool.
Let's see.
Angie says, where on the YouTube page is it? It should be...
It's down in the comments. And
No, I think she...
What?
If you're on that video, it's in the comments. I was thinking she meant, where is the video on the YouTube page?
Oh, it should be
on the right side near the top are the most recent videos, and then right below that.
Can you do a bit.ly link? Oh, just do a bit.ly link and put it on the... Hold on, Mike's going to put...
For what?
For the Glasses USA review. Didn't you get the link for that?
That's...
You put in the text.
That's not for the review. That's for how to get them.
So, the bit.ly wasn't? Oh.
The bit.ly wasn't for that. It was for the...
Oh, okay. Hold on, guys. Mike's putting it in the Facebook link here. Just do that one. It's fine. And he will put it straight to our YouTube video so you can know where to go to enter that giveaway.
So this is it right here.
Yeah. Dink. There it goes.
Go ahead and keep talking if you want.
Janice says she never knew you could get glasses online. Yeah, I have been buying them for, actually I say 10 years, but I think it's been about 13 years, 12 or 13 years since I've been buying.
And they're a lot cheaper.
A lot cheaper. I mean, we're talking hundreds of dollars cheaper.
Well, and it's not because the it's not because the quality is any less.
Mm-mm.
It's because there aren't as many people in the middle
Yeah.
between you and
Comes
those who are
straight from the
making it.
manufacturer, and that's what I like about it. Let's see, any other comments?
Just
Mike
people
put
talking
the
about where
link
to see
on there,
videos.
guys, so check on the YouTube.
So Karen's asking, so you send them your prescription?
Yes. So I'm going to do a video on how to do it, but it's super simple. You take your prescription and you just fill in the numbers on the computer for what it says on your prescription. The main thing is to remember is to get your PD, and that's the distance between the center of your pupils. Make sure your doctor gives you your PD, because almost all the doctors forget to do that, because when they do glasses, they measure. But you just literally just fill in the numbers. It's that simple. You just copy from your prescription onto the things, onto the
Thank you,
whatever.
whoever it was that went to Facebook and told us there was a troll on YouTube. I have summarily ejected the troll.
Thank you, guys. We have a hard time moderating because we've got so many people
We
now
do
that
go
it
back
just
and forth.
goes so fast. We need to get probably a VA to moderate.
We actually have one that's willing, but
Yeah.
we have to see if he's...
Let's see. Candace wants to know, could you do a video sometime on how to save money on repairs and things around the house when owning a home? I swear I spend more money on little things than we ever did renting. Yeah, renting is not necessarily a bad idea, because you spend so much on home repairs that you don't always
I don't
get
think I agree.
equity in your house. Are you kidding? We've lost money on 2 houses.
If you say so.
So we had 2 houses
It
where...
might be helpful if you let us know if there are any particular types of things you'd like to know about, because there's so much we can say.
Well, yeah,
about
I mean,
that.
just do it.
About the
Just go to
DIY.
YouTube and search whatever you're looking for. We have made equity on this house. We finally got an equity because we live in Colorado and the prices went up. But all of our other house, we were either straight across, we didn't earn any money, we didn't lose any money, or one house we lost $20,000, and another house we had to write a check for $8,000 for them to take it. It was pretty disgusting, actually. So anyway, okay, any other... Songbird says, I know people... Oh, yes, yeah. No, someone asked on YouTube if they will use frames that you send in. No, they don't. You have to buy them from there. April, it doesn't always pay to own your own home, and Mike and I can get into this, but renting really isn't a total loss all the time. It's
well, if
not.
if you're just going to be for a short amount of time in one house.
Yeah.
Especially if it's an area where the
see.
market isn't doing very well.
Christina, can you do a part 2 of this topic? What do you mean, Christina? I'm not sure what you're wanting on. Leona, hello. Leona is new. Thank you for joining us. Let's see. Okay.
I think that's... Do you have
Sylvia wants to know where I want to move to. I want to move to a nice big house on an acre and have the teenagers have their little tiny homes in the backyard.
And we want to be able to see the mountains at least
And
as
then
well
see
as
the
we-
mountains. Well, not necessarily see them, but it would be nice. But we want trees. It's hard to find houses in Colorado with trees. And we want trees.
We bought a new house this time, and honestly,
Big
we
mistake,
seriously
yeah.
regret it. We always thought,
Big
you know
mistake.
what? We've had to tear down walls and reconstruct things in old and other houses before, and we thought it would be so much easier when there's nothing there. Putting in the yard and putting in the fence, putting in the air conditioning and putting in all that stuff that wasn't there at all, and a whole
Yeah.
bunch of other things just was way more work than having a space already and tearing things down. So even that, we learned our lesson to buy used.
Yeah. Yeah. Buy a used house, because we did not pay for, it didn't pay for us. Our house has gone up in value, but only because Colorado's prices are going up. Let's see.
Yeah, the one where we
Anything
actually
else?
lost a lot. We bought a place in rural Idaho in a remote area where nobody
Yeah.
was moving to.
And the house was only $27,000.
Jessica's
But-
asking the cost of living in Colorado compared to Nebraska.
Stay in Nebraska. Okay, so here's the deal. We get that question a lot, and I'll do the short version. But we lived in Kansas. It's similar to Nebraska, so I totally get it. Your housing is going to be cheaper. But you're not going to be paying for as much as utilities. We do not run our air conditioner and heater as long as we did in Kansas by a couple of months. So we saved on heating and air. There is a higher cost though in Colorado because you have to drive everywhere here because Colorado, everything is spread out and you have to just drive all over to get everywhere here. So you will spend more on driving, but it kind of is you give and take. You know, incomes are higher in Colorado, but housing is cheaper in Kansas. So you just kind of have to give and take. For us, the heat and humidity were making me horribly sick in Kansas, and it just was not worth it anymore. We moved in 2011 when the housing prices were down. And we are not planning on leaving Colorado. We are going to try and find our dream home in Colorado. Now, it's going to take a miracle, to be honest, because we cannot currently afford that. And we're not sure how it's going to work out, but we're having faith that it will. So, hello, Heather. I'm glad to see you in Denver. So we were thinking about doing a get-together in Colorado. But I don't know with all of our viewers. But did we ever decide if we were going to do that or not?
It's up to you, doll. I said I would do it.
I don't know. Do you guys want us to do that? Is there anybody in Colorado that would want to do a get-together?
We want to get 300 people showing up in one little spot?
Yeah, we thought about going to Rocky Mountain National Park in Estes, and there's a place where we have a picnic spot there. And
it's our secret spot. Do we want to share?
I don't think we should share it. But we thought about having a get-together and say, everybody bring a picnic up if you want to have a get-together with us. Let's see. Anybody else? Any other questions?
They were just saying on the other things that they
You check
oh,
YouTube.
do you buy braces online?
I wish you could buy braces online, Deborah. My niece just had to have braces and they are ridiculous.
Let's see. I think it looks like Super Geeky was talking about buying glasses online, said it was nice because I like to wear glasses as a fashion statement, so I could buy 6 pairs for $60.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I do. As you guys probably haven't noticed, but I do switch between my glasses. I have like 3 or 4 pairs because I got them cheap. And so, yeah. All right. Well, I think that's it for today. Please go over to YouTube and enter our giveaway for a $100 gift card to glassesusa.com. And is that it? I think that's it. Oh, yeah. So we still have books on sale. Oh! Do we want to tell them about Patreon?
Huh?
Do we want to tell them about Patreon?
Up to you. It's
Oh,
there.
shoot.
I just don't know
Okay.
if it's going to work or not.
So, okay, let's tell you real quick. If you guys can hold on for just a minute. I know we're going over time today, but can you get the link on there? So we finally got the subscription set up for our ebooks for a month. For a monthly subscription.
It's not on YouTube yet.
So on Patreon, we have it set up to where you pay $3 a month, and that helps support us to keep this going so we can keep the videos going.
Paste it in here. Go ahead and share it
Yeah.
on Facebook.
And we're going to share it with you. Now, how it works is every month you will be billed $3, but you will get a free ebook from us every month around the first of the month. It's not going to bill you until the first of the month. So for the first month when you sign up, you're going to get our Queen's Ride By. This is Mom's favorite ebook of all time. It's a public domain book that Mom wrote a foreword to. She wrote a nice little thing in there. But it really changed her life on how to get organized and how to stay motivated to get organized. And I love it too. I mean, Mom found it, so I'm giving her credit, but I love the book too. It's really, really good. And it makes a lot of sense. So we're giving you Queen's Ride By for free first. Mike put the link in there.
I didn't put it on YouTube yet because we can't add it until the video is over.
So in the description below, Michael put it down there. And if you support us, it's just $3 a month. It is recurring. You can cancel it at any time. But as a thank you,
we're actually asking you to be a partner.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we need to figure out
to help us, mainly because we're making a lot of the videos, and the cost of making them and the time is quite a bit.
Yeah, the cost to make them versus how much income we're receiving from them is not balancing out at all.
So we thought. So some people had indicated in the past they might be interested in something like that, and essentially, It's like being a partner for $3 a month, and then you get a free ebook every month.
Yeah, so we're going to give you one of our ebooks, and somebody said, well, are you going to run out of ebooks? No. We have 35 ebooks just to get started, so we've got 3 years worth just to get started.
Well, and if it's something that's popular, then we probably would produce more ebooks as a result.
We'll just produce it if there's something hugely popular that people want. So please go to Patreon and support us. We really appreciate it. Also, our other books are on sale for half price.
If you're on YouTube and you don't want to have to wait for us to put the link in later, it's patreon.com/living on a dime.
Yep. How do you spell Patreon? Because I never remember.
Patreon.
One more time.
Patreon.com.
/
living on a dime.
That's us.
Yep.
All right, guys. We will see you. When will we see you? Saturday at 6 p.m. And
is that going to be BJ's day?
yes, my son is going to be talking about how he put his room off grid, making his solar system. So we're going to talk about that. And I think that's it.
All right.
So have a good day. We will see you guys later. Good night. Farewell. Sleep good.
Bye.
Good night,
Bye,
everyone.
guys. You're done.
Just a second,
Wanted
check.
to